Sargent.
Here.
Anderson.
Here.
Walters.
Here.
First item in the agenda is approval of the agenda. I have no additions or corrections. I take a motion.
Move.
Second. Roll call.
Walters.
Yes.
Warren.
Yes.
Vogel. Yes. Sargent.
Yes.
Anderson.
Yes.
Next item on the agenda is a swear-in ceremony for our new fire chief, Jim Mitchell. I'm going to step down. He's going to step up. I haven't done one of these before.
I remember how to do it. 9 times.
Which hand? Everybody, quick. We've been down this going the wrong way a couple times. Yeah, okay. Yeah, we've done this the wrong way. Had to do it again. So
Raise your right hand.
raise your right hand. Let's see if we can do this. Ready? Okay. I, Jim Mitchell,
I, Jim Mitchell,
do solemnly swear
do solemnly swear
that I will support the Constitution of the United States
support the Constitution of the United States
and the Constitution of the State of Iowa,
the Constitution of the State of Iowa,
and that I will faithfully and impartially,
faithfully and impartially,
to the best of my ability,
to the best of
discharge all of the duties of the fire chief for the city of Polk City, Iowa,
discharge all of the duties as fire chief for the city of Polk City,
as now or hereafter required by law.
as now or hereafter required by law.
Congratulations, Chief. Oh, you want the picture? Oh, we got to do the official one?
I love how y'all move.
I know. They're all high scatter. We'll sign this afterwards. You betcha. Congratulations.
Thank you.
How's your first week been, by the way?
Awesome.
Good.
Kind of name.
What's that?
Kind of name.
Oh, yeah. Next item on the agenda is public comments. It's the time and place for any one in the audience who wishes to speak other than items on a public hearing. Is there anyone here who wishes to speak? Hearing none or seeing none, moving on to item 6, consent agenda. Take a motion.
So moved.
Second. Roll call, please.
Walters.
Yes.
DeVore. Vogel. Yes. Sargent.
Yes.
Anderson.
Yes.
Motion carries. Item 7, new business. Under new business, action item number 1, third and bridge signalization project. It's time and place to close the regular hearing and open the public hearing on 3rd and Bridge Street signalization project. Last clerk when the notice is published.
September 7th.
Have there been any written comments for or against?
No, sir.
Staff, it's on you. Who's talking?
I can start out. Bids were taken last Tuesday. That would be September 18th. 3 bids were received. Low bid came in at $285,701, but when the math was added, the low bid was actually $283,001.10. Iowa Signal is a company that Public Works knows very well. They have worked with us on our rectangular rapid flashing beacons around the school, and we've only had good experience with them. I believe they have their contract and bond ready for approval by the council tonight, and this project can start to move forward. The DOT, by the tabulation of bid sheet in front of you, has been approved by Greg Durbin with the IDOT. So they have approved all the plans and now have approved the bids and the award to Iowa Signal.
Anything to add, Kathleen, at all?
I don't think so.
They're looking to have pre-construction later this week, and looking to actually vote.
So how about the temporary signalization piece of this?
That, my understanding is contingent East Lake intersection. And that is a temporary signals. You have the temporary signals.
Yeah, right.
I think we got a real good price.
We did, real good price on it, like $6,000 or something like that. Yeah, it's worth every penny.
So if that East Lake gets paid, we get temporary signals in.
And when will we know if that east leg can be paved and how soon?
The information we received from Kimberly
we're banking on the weather cooperating, is what you're telling me. Huh.
Hasn't really paid off.
I was gonna say. So are you a betting man, or are you? Okay. All right. Well, nonetheless, this has been a long time coming, and really happy with the bids, the way they came in, and in fact, came in under engineers' estimates even better. Is there anyone present who wishes to be heard for or against the project? Hearing none or seeing none, I need a motion to close the public hearing and reopen the regular meeting.
Second.
Roll call.
DeVore,
Yes.
Vogel. Yes. Sarchet.
Yes.
Anderson.
Yes.
Walters.
Yes. Motion carries. Item B, consider motion to receive and file bids. Take a motion.
So. Second.
Roll call.
Anderson.
Yes.
Walters.
Yes.
DeVore.
Yes.
Vogel. Yes. Sarchet.
Yes. Motion carries. Item C, consider motion to approve resolution 2018-112, making award of construction contract. Motion.
So.
Second. Roll call, please.
Walters.
Yes.
DeVore.
Yes.
Vogel. Yes. Sarchet.
Yes.
Anderson.
Yes.
Last but not least, number D, consider motion to approve resolution 2018-113, approving contract and.
So. Second.
Roll call.
Sarchet.
Yes.
Anderson.
Yes.
Walters.
Yes.
DeVore. Vogel. Yes.
Motion carries. Looking forward to getting that done. Item 2, consider motion to approve resolution 2018-93, approving plat of survey and lot tie agreement, parcel 2018-167.
Yeah, I can give it
Go ahead.
if you want.
It's on you.
When lot 32, the home was constructed, it appears that the fence contractor lined up the fence with the wrong property corner, so encroached onto the adjacent lot 31, which was discovered later. So in order to correct that issue, because the swimming pool is on their own lot, but the concrete decking around the lot, so rather than they're not able to just move the fence, so they didn't want to remove the concrete decking around the pool, so they have agreed to split off part of the south part of lot 31, and that will then be combined by a lot tie agreement to lot 32. So essentially it makes one lot a little bit smaller, the other one a little bit larger. Lot 31 does still, even after the split off, does meet your code and requirements. Building permit's been submitted that is based on that smaller lot too, so buyers all aware of that as well.
Shane, anything to add? Perfect. Questions up here? Take a motion.
So moved. Second.
Roll call.
DeVore.
Yes.
Vogel. Yes. Sarchet.
Yes.
Anderson.
Yes.
Walters.
Yes. Motion carries. Item 3, consider motion to approve resolution 2018, thanks Shane, 110, amending Lakeside Church site plan.
This is pretty straightforward. It's really just a site plan amendment because on the original site plan for the church, they had planned as part of their phase 2 paving to pave the gravel parking area to the west of the church building. Now what they're proposing to do now is pave a larger area, which has a little bit more stalls that's out closer to Bridge Road. So it'll really clean that up, get rid of that gravel parking lot. The gravel that is existing there will be used to kind of beef up the west parking lot. The church is still planning on paving that west parking lot in accordance with their original agreement that deferred it years from the time of the certificate of occupancy. So really a minor site plan where they're just moving forward with paving. The detention and everything was all provided originally with the idea that this area is paved.
Anything to add, Doug?
No, I think it's just a matter of usage. People are using that area now, really, and it's gonna really just be more convenient with the soccer field next to it. It's just more parking and it's gonna look a lot better for growth.
Perfect.
Yep.
Take a motion.
So moved.
Second.
Roll call.
Vogel. Yes. Sarchet. Anderson.
Yes.
Walters.
Yes.
Aye.
Motion carries. Item 4, consider motion to approve resolution 2018-109, approving Marina Cove Park sign easement. Gary.
Thank you, Mayor. Before you is an easement for a park, Marina Cove Park sign that will be partially on the neighboring properties. this is the result of having the sign there in the first place and finding out that we had gone onto their property and taking the sign and turning it 90 degrees, which was not in that neighbor's best interest, kind of. And the park sign then, they said they would give an easement was obtained, and now the park sign is like all of our park signs, parallel with the street, and everybody is once again happy.
Take a motion, please.
Thank you.
So moved.
Second.
Roll call.
Vogel? Yes. Sarchet?
Yes.
Anderson?
Yes.
Walters?
Yes.
DeVore?
Yes.
Motion carries. Item 5, 2018 Polk City Park Improvements. Item A, consider motion to approve resolution 2018-107, approving change order number 1. You got that? For additional electrical work in the amount of $1,633.50.
Yeah, this was, I mentioned this a couple times ago. This
Yep.
is for additional outlets, or some outlets installed at the shelter at 12 Oaks Park, so people can plug in their crock pot. The
Only
original
crock pots.
contractor just carried it over to a pedestal, so.
Good call on doing that. Take a motion, please.
So moved.
Second.
Just real quick, Randy, are we pretty much done with all four parks that we worked on?
There's 2 parks, Lost Lake at 12 Oaks. That was our phase 1 on those 2. Phase 1s are almost complete.
Roll call, please.
Anderson?
Yes.
Walters?
Yes.
Yes.
Vogel? Sarchet?
Motion carries. Item B, consider motion to approve resolution 2018-108, approving pay app number 4, amount of $26,799.50. Take a motion on that.
So moved.
Second.
Roll call, please.
Sarchet?
Yes.
Anderson?
Yes.
Walters?
Yes.
DeVore?
Motion carries. Item 6, consider motion to approve resolution 2018-104, approving landscape buffer agreement for crossroads at the Lakes Plat 1. This on you?
Oh, sure.
Sure.
The way the city code requires buffers to go in with first phase of development. However, buffers that we're talking about here are on the north, south, and east side of the commercial lot that's kind of encircled by the townhomes. So the developer's requesting that be deferred until such time as the commercial build goes in.
Speaking to the developer on that makes a lot of sense.
Mm-hmm.
Take a motion.
So moved.
Second. Roll call, please.
DeVore?
Yes.
Vogel? Yes. Sarchet?
Yes.
Anderson?
Yeah.
Walters?
Yes. Motion carries. Item 7, consider motion to approve second reading of 2018-900, vacating certain easements in Woodhaven Plat 3. Take a motion.
So moved.
Second.
Roll call, please.
Sarchet?
Yes.
Anderson?
Yes.
Walters?
Yes.
DeVore? Vogel?
Motion carries. Item 8, mayoral proclamation, Fire Prevention Week 2018. Read the last line here. Now, therefore, I, Jason Morse, Mayor of Polk City, Iowa, do hereby proclaim October 7th, 13th, 2018 as Fire Prevention Week throughout the city and urge all residents to be aware of their surroundings, look for available ways out in the event of a fire or other emergency, respond when a smoke alarm sounds by exiting the building immediately, and to support the many public safety activities and efforts of the Polk City Fire and Emergency Services throughout the week. Longest paragraph I got.
And it was one sentence.
And it was one sentence. True that. Item 9, Mayor, reports and particulars. I just have one quick thing. I will not be at the council meeting in 2 weeks. First meeting I've missed in about 4 years, so Rob, you got the helm.
Different flow of things.
I'm sure it will. I won't be watching. That's all I have. Anybody else have anything else? Start out. Go ahead.
I've had questions about, whatever we're talking up there, the Kimberly property, and have they done any more about erosion and that, so they were just questioning us because of some big rains coming possibly, and want to know if that would be controlled.
I know they've been working on it, and I do see, I see that they are in fact going out there doing the inspections, but we don't force that. So I can't tell you specifically what they've done. I think they're trying to stay on top of it.
So I would make the comment, just, we had a meeting with the developer, and one of the possible tenants up there, here within the last few weeks. And I will tell you from what they're trying to do is they're taking it very seriously, and they're doing everything that they can, and they are continuing to monitor it, including, going above and beyond, and even beyond what maybe their scope is if they need to. So I will say that their response, from what I have seen personally, and when I've had to deal with them off hours, night times, holidays, weekends, they've been very responsive to taking calls and doing everything they can.
Good. Well, I guess we'll know probably the end of the week.
Yeah.
I have one thing, Mayor, if you will. The WRA is working on their fog ordinance. That's fats, oil, and grease. It will be back to us sometime within the next 6 months. They are loosening their requirements. Exactly what those new requirements are going to be, I do not know, but they will take into consideration such things as 12 hours and 18 hours of kitchen operation, which will reduce the size of any type of treatment that is necessary on site. Just putting that out there because more of this is to come. They've been working on it for over a year, and I think the results are going to be favorable.
I did talk to a restaurant owner who was involved in that process as well, and he is very pleased and thinks that will be positive for Polk City.
Good.
Yeah. Go ahead.
I have a few things. Welcome, Jim. I don't want to bury the lead on tonight. I'm excited. I'm not going to embarrass myself like I did last time, but it's exciting to have you. It sounds like you picked a really good day to be the day before you started from some of those guys, but welcome to you and your family. So a couple things outside of that. So I have the liaison to Metro Waste, and slowly getting up to speed this year, and haven't reported on anything, but the last couple months they have been changing considerably how they plan to go forward with recyclables, and I think you'll see a lot on this coming out, but basically they've used a outside vendor to handle their recyclables, and that there's a lot into that, but they're going away from that and building their own probably $20 to $25 million facility in Grimes. I do think that will have an impact on what it costs to recycle, and I think when we get into budget times, bring that up. I don't know that most people know this. I didn't know this till I sat up here, that the city pays for that green bin that everybody has for recycling, $2.68 per month per house, roughly. Changes a little bit, but we're the only one that takes it out of general fund. I think we probably look at that going ahead, but maybe regardless, but certainly as that as we both grow a number of houses and the cost there, so something to keep an eye on coming ahead. Another thing with the MAC, so the Metro Advisory Council, they have a subcommittee drafting a model ordinance that I think should be done next month around massage therapy businesses. You may see it on the news, and Trace will need to get your sign off on this, obviously. But at first, I kind of thought, not our problem, but I think it probably behooves us to be proactive with that and talking to them. I know it's come up in Johnston too, so it's maybe closer than you think, but it protects both the legitimate businesses and handles the other one. So I think that'll come next month, and for us to be in lockstep with the other towns, probably good. Yeah. So there's a public meeting October 9th, and I've asked Gary and staff to put this out there around the 141 and 415 corridor, and I think specifically on 141 and Beaver, which anybody like me that takes the bridge across every day knows that there's pretty solid backup. I'm not confident in their ability to know what the right thing is or to do it, but Jeff, you correct me on that. But I do think any chance of getting anything done is predicated on a good turnout at that meeting. So hopefully we can help get people there. And then the last thing, so pretty interesting P&Z meeting on Monday night, and a lot of things coming out of that. First, though, do need to commend specifically Becky and Gary, but I think all of staff in sort of recognizing what we had coming that night and moving over to the community center. I know that delays the taping, but having not done that, I think that there was at least 80, maybe 100 or so citizens there. Nobody, excluding the council, excluding the developers, all that, and they obviously wouldn't have been able to fit here. So, and then most of those people got to talk. So, yeah, great job at preparing for that. I do think that when you have that turnout, it kind of act accordingly, I guess, and I think the P&Z did. The developer recognized the handwriting on the wall. In my opinion, a lot of the arguments made were pretty coherent, and I'm of a mind to, I'm not saying to do this, but thinking of rezoning up there and some possible solutions, because I think our job is obviously to be a voice for the people, and there was I don't know that we've ever had anywhere close to that many people there, and two, to have them unanimously to a person speak against something like that is a pretty strong statement. So I do, and I mentioned this to Gary, I think we could be a little clearer with how the letters go out and make sure that there's no ambiguity that the city is sending out a notice for a request to rezone. This isn't the city rezoning. This isn't a city proposal. This isn't a signed off anything. I know, you can say that 1,000 times in loud lettering and still people see what they want to see, but just to be redundantly, obviously clear that this was, again, nothing that was approved, nothing from the city, private entity, or idea. So, anyway, go ahead.
Anything else?
I just want to also welcome Chief Mitchell to the city, and I think you'll enjoy your time here. And I think you said it all, to be honest. I mean, I'm tired.
Anything on your end? Staff?
Jim, do you have an answer?
Oh, go ahead.
Oz? Yes, sorry.
I can wait.
Oh, no, go ahead.
I just wanted to tag on to what Rob said, and we did have a meeting equal to that about 1978. It was a proposed 500-unit trailer.
I'm guessing they were unanimous against that as well.
Yeah. No,
Chief,
and we're
Want to
still
let
straight from
you
20.
guys know that the new ambulance has arrived, sitting at the station. So after your closed session, we'll walk over and take a look at it.
Not a bad gig out of you, first week here. I mean,
Right.
I can speak from experience how long it took for me to get an ambulance when I was in your seat, and sure as heck didn't happen the first week. I sure.
You tell those guys they're getting 1 week.
Purchase order was writing a check
Was
for
it?
an ambulance.
Yeah. Dan purposely didn't want to do that, right? He didn't want to do responsibility. I know that. All right. Yes,
And
Trey.
one thing, just want to recognize Matt Eichert. He graduated his canine certification course. I went to see him the night before he tested out last week, and he's lost about 20 pounds. The course is grueling. It's 24/7. It's not an 8 to 4 train. He lived down in Sheraton for 5 weeks during that training. there were real life scenarios. Your pager would go off at 3 a.m. and you were drug out of barracks and given an address, and you had to go out there in the rain or whatever going on and do a training scenario and succeed, end up getting certified. So it was much more difficult than I thought it was going to be for him, and so he did a great job and is all certified now. And we could do a joint show and tell. He's going to have the dog out here after the meeting if he wants to meet it. And that's great.
I visited with Matt this morning, and if enthusiasm has anything to do with it, Matt's got it.
He did a
He's
good
excited.
job. It's not, I mean, people don't just automatically pass that course. It's not just something you
Yeah.
send someone to and everybody makes it.
Fantastic. Anybody else have anything else from staff? Perfect. Otherwise, we're going to go into closed session under Code of Iowa, Chapter 21. Special meetings open to public, Section 5, closed session. I read all that last week. It'll be the same thing. We'll take a quick 5. Same staff that was here. I'm sorry. Oh, I do need a motion, don't I? Thank you. That's why you're here to help me. Need a motion.
So moved.
Second.
Roll call, please.
Anderson,
Yes.
Walters,
Yes.
DeVore,
Yes.
Vogel, Sarchet.
Yes.
Motion carries. Now, we're going to take a quick 5. Same staff that was here 2 weeks ago.
Yep.
Thank you.
And that includes you too, Randy. You're an Adam.
Other than Randy.
But you have to swear an oath of secrecy.
Not a problem.
Oh, so Jeremy didn't need to be here last week or last time. I wasn't here, so I don't want to get.
Yeah.